Opening statement would be tale of two halves. You know, it's amazing how much better you look when that ball goes in the basket. We were fortunate in the second half to try to catch a little bit of a rhythm. In the first half, you anticipate some of it. You know, you like to tell yourself it's not going to happen, but you kind of anticipate. It's the reason you do it. You know, you put people in the building, and the reality is today that would have been the biggest crowd we had all of last year, and a lot of these other kids that played at other schools were also under the COVID restrictions. So I know there was some excitement as a result. I thought we were a little uncharacteristic offensively early. Defensively, we were pretty stingy, turned them over, which was our DNA last year. And in the second half, again, I thought we did a good job of moving the ball, finding the open guy. Quan really set the tone for us to start the half, and then Justin Brown came in and knocked down 5 big threes, an area in which we sorely needed him.
You know, just having that kind of slow start on offense, got to be happy with the free throw shooting.
Yeah, 69% is not as good as we need to be, but, you know, I thought we struggled a little bit early. Our inability to finish around the basket by some of our high-level guys was a little troubling. Again, it's early. I don't want to overreact, but I thought we missed some opportunities to be the bigger, stronger team, which we should have been in these circumstances, and those things will hurt us quickly next week with 2 quality opponents coming into Bartow. I was happy with the fact, again, we don't turn the ball over very much. I thought our decision-making was pretty sound, and in the second half, I thought we were really sharing the basketball, and as a result, got quality looks. We're fortunate to finally start knocking some down.
Along with Quan, just his presence on defense, just what else kind of really, you know, I guess really played a part in this defensive performance? Because it seemed like everybody was involved, hands were everywhere, and it reminded me of 40 minutes of hell.
Well, we had 13 steals. You know, KJ Buffin is a tremendous defender. He's got a great feel. He goes 4 for 13 tonight. He missed some shots that I think he's going to end up making, and he still was a very solid contributor. He's really good on the point of that press, which allows Quan to be where he's the most comfortable, which is on that second line where he can run through balls on the second line. We have 13 steals. You know, we had them sped up. They turned it over 24 times. And I thought they made some shots at the end to kind of keep it respectable, but I thought defensively we were pretty locked in for the most part. I ended up playing, you know, the whole team, which is not easy to do. I played 12 guys in the first half, and I do that because, okay, we kind of know what we have in some of our returners. I have a feel, we've been doing this since June, so I have a pretty good feel for many of our veterans, but there's not a lot of separation. And let's be honest, when you get to games, you're not going to be able to play 10, 11, 12 guys. So those 8, 9 guys have to start differentiating themselves. So I wanted to give everybody an opportunity to showcase that with people in the stands. So it makes it for a little hectic as it relates to continuity because you're substituting so often. But as you look at the minutes and how they broke down, you know, we had a number of different guys. I'm sitting here counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We had 12 guys play double-figure minutes, so kudos to the coach.
Look at Justin
Mission
Brown.
accomplished.
Justin Brown, he was 0 for 2 in the first half, comes out 5 for 5 in the second half from three-point range.
Yeah, you know, he's a shooter, and he's really. We talked about it after the game in the locker room. He's really been struggling in practice. We chart everything in practice, and he's really been struggling. In the first 2, I thought he had good looks, a little bit short. Stayed with it. That's what you get when you have a fifth-year senior, a veteran. He has been here before. I thought our team did a great job of encouraging him, getting him solid looks, and then he did a great job. It was truly the separation in the game. I think it was a 10-point game, 12-point game, 13-point game, whatever, and you look up and it's 25, and it's because he knocked down some consecutive threes.
And just in that first half, even though you are struggling offensively, defense kind of stayed with it. What does that speak for this team to be able to not let that offense affect their defense?
Well, we've got to be better defensively, honestly. I think we were a little feast or famine. Again, we did turn them over 24 times. We did have 13 steals. Points off turnovers were plus 15. All of those are solid, but I didn't think we did a very good job off our defensive glass, especially in the first half. We get so sprayed out that we're allowing them to gash us a little bit, and I thought we lost some concentration. Again, some of that is the fact that I'm playing so many guys, and they're in, they're out, and it's hard to catch a rhythm. But it's kind of where we are right now until we settle in. I'm trying to give these guys opportunities. The scrimmage against Auburn a week or so ago was helpful. Tonight was helpful. We're a week away from this thing cranking up for real, and we've just got to keep working towards that point.
What would just best describe what you feel coming out of this exhibition?
I thought we got some positive responses from a number of guys. I was disappointed just with the naked eye and some of the things that we did, but we've got a good group. They really have a good spirit. They encourage one another. That's easier said than done when you've got a number of different guys. You've got 10 different guys that started at their respected universities last year. So everybody's going to have to understand that there's got to be a sacrifice, and that starts with me. It has to be a sacrifice, and that has to be throughout our team in order for us to reach our goals. And I'm feeling good about them walking that walk. It's one thing to talk the talk, but they're walking the walk to this point.
Felt great. You know, at first it was a rocky start because we have been, like you said, going against each other for so long. So just going out there and playing against somebody else had us, you know, a little nerves in the air, you know, seeing the fans come out, little nerves, trying to excite them and things like that. We just had to relax.
And really that relaxation kind of really came to fruition there in the second half. Y'all were really able to start hitting shots. Just what was that like? Kind of just really kind of following into that kind of a groove, or was it just something that kind of had to go piece by piece?
We just had to go piece by piece. At first they was playing harder than us, and we all talked about in the locker room. There's no way they should play harder than us. Even the shots not falling, we're just a better team than them. So we was thinking like, we come out there and play harder than them, the things will go our way. So we went out there and played hard, started making shots, started making more free throws, and we took over in the second half.
And defensively, you yourself a great defensive player, but it just seemed like the entire team was just had that high intensity that you usually bring. There were hands flying everywhere. It seemed anytime they got up under the basket, there were 2 or 3 different sets of hands just.
Right. Well, we try to, the tournament is stay in line, so we try to heat the ball up a lot. And in the first half, it was kind of get us in trouble because we were over-contain the ball instead of just sitting there containing it. So we were getting in trouble. They'll go past us, and they'll bring out big, and they'll miss a lay. Then they big, get the rebound and lay it up. So we talked about that in halftime as well, and we adjusted that. And only time we try to get steals is when we off the balls, things like that. But other than that, they try to be like me.
And you look at Brown, I think he was 0-2. First half comes in, hits 5 3-pointers, 5 for 5 on the second half. Just kind of what kind of presence does he brings to kind of a spark off the bench, especially from the outside.
He's definitely a big spark off the bench, I think. That's what we brought him in for, to make threes. Last year we was lacking in that category. Me myself, I'm starting to make more threes, get more confident in my shot. But seeing him get confident is a great look for us because we know what he can do.
I guess just what are your kind of or you and yourself as the team, just what can y'all take away from this exhibition game?
We could take away the good and the bad. The bad is, like I said, we were over-containing the ball, which led them to get easy drives. We can fix that. Other than that, on offense, just making catching shots, catch and shoot shots. Clean looks. At first, we was like 3 for 12 on clean looks, and which caused us to be at halftime up 4 or 5, one of those, instead of the second half when we was like 14 for 20, like shooting 55%. So that's what we can take away from that. Just got to make more shots.